Hello, Libra. This is an electricity ship. This is power to the people. These are the stories of the Anima Mundi, God, Goddess, Spirit, Creator, finger pointing to the moon, whatever you call it. We're a part of it. We're part of divinity. So thank you for being present here to allow these stories to come through my mediumship and through these cards. And this is a relationship reading. All of the readings here on an electricity ship are about love. But this is about specifically your relationships. So whatever resonates with you, toots your bell, tickles your fancy, resonates with your mind, body, soul, spirit, and intuition, that's the message for you. Anything else, leave it behind. It's either for somebody else or not for you at this time, because Spirit will never give you a message that you're not ready to handle. And so no fear, no disempowerment on this channel. I thank you so much for being here. All your likes, shares, comments, subscribes, emoji comments, other ways to interact with the channel are in the description box, including social media and donations if you so choose, optional and appreciated. I put blessings on my altar for your prosperity and wellness, for all past, present, and future interactions with the channel. So thank you. We're going to look at 4 categories of relationships: colleagues, networks, and acquaintances, friends, family and children, and that could include your inner child, and then your more intimate romantic partnerships. So I'll get a card from each of these decks for those 4 categories. There's Matt Hughes's Dreamscape Oracle and the Urban Crow Oracle by M.J. Cullinan. I'll be drinking a lot of this tea because my throat's been very froggy lately, so thanks for your patience. For the inside, we have the Edmund Dulac Tarot, and for the yang side, we have the Gustave Doré Tarot, as well as Nat Gersberger's Radiant Wilds Tarot. To clarify, we did have a card pop out during the pre-shuffle for that, so we'll get to that lickety-split. But for now, thank you for being part of my gratitude practice, and I'd love to invite you all in to bless this space for Libra. All Libra placements: Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, the Libra Curious, Libra Cuspers, or if you just like the title of this video or interested in where Libra is on your chart and how that's affecting it. I'm excited to be here. So let's be mindful of whatever hits your mind, body, soul, spirit, and intuition for something that you're grateful for. It could be a micro tenderness. It could be a macro tenderness. We're just building a castle and a kingdom of tenderness here with all the little pieces that we put in together. So I invite you to take a deep breath and think of whatever first comes to you that you are grateful for. And we'll bless this space. Thank you so much. I am grateful for the nap I had earlier. I didn't realize I needed it so badly, but I went down. And like I said, I was kind of getting over something, so rest is always a good thing. And I'm glad my body gave me that chance to rest in my schedule. So for Libra, colleagues, network, acquaintances, there it is. Libra for friendships, Libra's friends, Libra's family, children, and inner child. Oh, I got 2 for that. And for romantic partnerships and intimate relationships. There we go. All right, that's coming out nice and smoothly. I appreciate that. Libra, colleagues, acquaintances, network. Looks like 2 wants to come out for that as well, so we'll take that. Thank you. Libra's friends. Oof, it's talking. Family, children, inner child for Libra. And Libra's intimate partners. Yeah, this seems like very direct communication here for that. So I am very curious to see what you like when we get there. All right, and for the yin energy for Libra, please. For my Libras and their relationships at the time of this reading. Whenever this reading comes to you is the time for it to be here for you. So, all right. We have Hermit. Cool. Virgo got that. Ooh. Da-da-da-da, the World. 2 majors already. And yeah, Virgo also got the King of Swords. So shuffle as you like. If you're on the cusp of Virgo, I definitely recommend seeing that reading. And the 8 of Wands. Awesome. So 2 majors already, and a court card and a pip in the wand suit. So this is you, but more specifically it is Aquarius. Let's get 3 over on the yang side here for my Libras. Let's split interestingly. We have 10 of Cups, which again, Virgo got that. Shuffle as you may, here they come. Knight of Swords, cool. Ooh, 8 of Wands, twice. So something fast is happening and inspiring. And we've got the 5 of Wands. Okay. So this one's kind of tough, but you've got 2 of these 8s that are clearing out this energy. So that's great. If this, and you know, if there is one member of a partnership who feels like there's lots of conflict, you know, that is going to get busted through really quickly. And with this communication energy, right? The Knight of Swords and the King of Swords, they're good talkers, clear communicators. This person has been going through a lot of introspection to get through a big cycle, and is going to be able to have a lot of movement there. This partner is supportive of that and is mirroring that energy of really like wanting to bust through obstacles. The 5 of Wands is actually like a really positive card because it is about like really seeing things from all sides. Like everybody's passion and interests is involved in the conversation. Everybody's discussing how things are going to get done. And it ends up being a practical energy because in the Waite-Smith card, we see the 5 wands that each combatant is carrying coming together in the shape of a pentacle. So it's inspiration being in the process of being made manifest on Earth. So that's cool. It's, you know, a dynamic energy with the 5s, and it's coming together. There's a lot of different opinions of how it should be done, but it looks like these 2 parties will absolutely be in accord, and it'll be an enormous change that comes from deep within the personal intuition and motivations of the Hermit card, who gazes at their own inner light, their own star. The 10 of Cups is here, so this member of the partnership is like very emotionally mature, feels very happy in the relationship. So that's really exciting, and I think that there's a comfort in conflict, that it's not something that is a disaster or dreadful. It's just something that happens, and it does get worked through for there to be this passionate, inspired action. So let's look at your colleagues at network. This could be like and acquaintances, so this could be work relationships or people you see around. Memory, and that's, yeah, so you're mirroring the Virgo reading again. They got this in the same position, and then here's their direction, so these 8s of Wands and ghosts. Ghosts. Fascinating. So, you know, there could be actual people who have passed away who may be coloring your interactions with these casual relationships. The people that you're meeting or interacting with could remind you of people who have gone on long ago. Also, maybe people who are really in, with the memory card, this rings true, that are kind of holding on to energies from the past that no longer serve. Sticky energy. It may even be about the place that you're inhabiting together. Like, say you hang out in a gym, right? Whatever. Just maybe like the history of the gym, or like members of the past who've been there, and the way that things have been done in the past maybe don't line up with the way that things are being operated now. But it looks like everybody is going to come to an accord and move in one direction as far as what you do next with the resources that you have together in that space. There's going to be discussion, so this could be like some kind of meeting, like a PTA meeting or a board member meeting, where people get to air what they're talking about, and what they agree and don't agree on. But it does look very, very harmonious, and it looks like something new and absolutely exciting is coming. This sort of ghost energy is going to be wiped away. The memory, isn't going to be necessary. It's held internally for posterity, but it doesn't necessarily need to be a part of what you're doing next, because this is a new world coming through. We have for your friendships, Raven. Awesome. Observation and self-interest. So that's interesting. There could be, this here, like, trying to set boundaries, just being like, I need this out of the situation. I can't back down on certain clauses of, what we're doing going next. It could be somebody who just, ravens are very social animals, and they interact with humans. They have, they're super smart, and they communicate really well also. And they may have more of a social, expansive kind of thing going on. They may be interested in networking, or making some new friends, instead of having a more intimate space here. There's this kind of merry sharing community energy with the 10 of Cups, so there might be conflict between one party and another about how much we stay in and how much we go out, who gets let into the circle. The Raven, I feel, has like an aim towards pleasure, as a motivation towards pleasure. So that might be one party, while the other party wants to be kind of more introverted and processing the emotions and the stimulation of what's going on in the scenario. So there may be some conflict there, but it's not really anything that nobody can talk through and get going in the same direction eventually. There's just some things to sort out with your friends, and just different energy levels. I think especially with socializing. Let's get one card for that. Yeah, Ace of Cups. So, that also, like, your friend might have a new love interest and have less time for you, or vice versa. So that might cause a little bit of conflict. Like, hey, how are we, like, making time for one another as friends when there's this intimate relationship going, and there's kind of a splitting, where one person is spending more time with an intimate partnership, and the other person might be wanting to spend some more time with, some good time pals and getting to know new people, and maybe has a lot of social obligations to think about. That makes sense. Okay. So, yeah, just with friendships, it seems like there's one person who is kind of looking for deeper connections, and the other is kind of looking for some more fun and some more, lighthearted interactions. They may also really either party to, self-interest may come through of like, like I really need love, like I need, and or I need sex, or I need, I need a boyfriend or girlfriend, or, I'm ready to get married and like I really need to go toward that goal. Or, somebody might be also like, hey, I need to meet new people so that I can forward my career, or so I can, market my product, or, whatever, they need. Maybe they just need new friends, they need variety. So don't worry if, you're just going in different directions than your friends, because you will end up being in accord, even if there's a little conflict with that. It's going to be a new stage in your relationship as well. So for family and children, we have the silence and rabbit and fox. So, and then there's warning. Okay, so the silence, I got this for another sign also in the family. And I'm recording this like right before Christmas time, so there might be things, family secrets, or things that you can't talk about with your family. It's just like better left unsaid. There also, among family, there might be a problem that somebody's going through that they don't feel comfortable talking about, and you're wondering what's going on. I'm glad that we don't see the devil here with this, because I think in that reading the devil was present also, so that could indicate like an addiction that is not being spoke about. But this seems, we do have these very conversational cards, but it just seems like maybe somebody's keeping something close to their chest because they know it's not like ready to come through yet, like, and there might have been some kind of conflict before, like, oh, well, you say that you're going to do something and then it just doesn't end up happening and it's all hype, I hope people aren't treating you like that, but, you might just want to be waiting to launch this new energy until you're sure that it's going to go through smoothly, and you don't really have anything to say about it quite yet. With the rabbit and the fox, that's such an interesting imagery, and I'm not necessarily sure what this. Usually I read these intuitively, but the book says, ever wonder why there's a rabbit on the moon? Of all the creatures on Earth, the rabbit was the most generous. One day, Lady Luna visited Earth. All the animals gathered around to greet this new visitor, and they brought her gifts. Some brought wood, others gathered fruit. The fox gathered fish from the river, while the poor rabbit offered grass. The rabbit told the lady to make a fire from the grass and wood. In return, he offered his body to the lovely lady, so the lovely lady would live. In return, she brought the rabbit back to life and took him to the moon to always live with her. So, okay, so this talks about generosity. I like also that, the rabbit and the fox are kind of both like small creatures who live in the fields and the bracken, but they have like very different energy. So the fox is out there in the middle of the field leaping and jumping. The rabbit also leaps and jumps, but they stay close to the underbrush. They're both very swift animals. The fox is very smart. The rabbit is very loyal. They're very territorial and have like very close family units. The fox is also like generationally, they're matrilineal, and they have warrens that can remain inhabited by generations of fox families. So again, we've got like this family energy coming in the family spot. Rabbits have a vulnerability element to them, whereas the fox is kind of more of a sly hunter character. Well, they're both very small and very pretty. There's some delicacy to look into. This might be a family dynamic as well, like between siblings, for example, where one sibling is very like flashy and swift and clever, and then the other one is timid and fluffy and sensitive, so yeah, you might feel like unheard, or somebody may feel unheard around one of these energies, depending on which one is getting the most attention. And that's okay. Like, just make sure that you do have people that you can express your emotions to and your good ideas who encourage you. Because there is a warning here that, like, maybe in your family relationships there might not be a lot of reception or encouragement to whatever you've got cooking here in this new life that you're going to start with this new cycle of the world. Um, there is a lot of emotional maturity here, though, in the Ten of Cups, and a lot of joy. So, and then with the rabbits, with the message of generosity, there's plenty of things you can share, but it doesn't, and they can be from very loving spaces, but be careful what it is that you share, that it's coming from abundance and not something that you don't want to give away. It's not something that needs to be reciprocal for you to give it. So if you feel like you're giving from a place where you're not being replenished, that's not somewhere where you can give reasonably. And then finally, for intimate partnerships, we have Fawn. Oh, that's awesome. I think I've seen this in this position as well. So again, like, this is somebody who it's really safe to be vulnerable with them. And routine. Okay, so we're talking earlier about, like, one party wanting to kind of get out there more, and one party wanting to kind of, like, nest and be in a safe, sensitive spot. And with more intimate relationships, like when you're looking at, like, marriage, for example, those kind of relationships, people that you live with really get into a routine with them. And that can be really a place of safety, because the fawn needs safety. In a lot of decks, when you see a doe, a deer, a female deer, that's like a very maternal symbol. So, but then this is the child. So, like, if you're doing inner child work, then it looks like you have a supportive, safe partner who can help you and kind of, like, help you maintain this this safe routine space. And even if you're not doing inner child work, maybe you're going through a period of time with a project or work or whatever that, like, you need to really focus on it. You're really, really growing rapidly, and things like routines and groundwork that's really predictable can be helpful to keep you grounded and secure while you're working on something that's really new and waiting to have this, like, burst of energy. It could be pregnancy as well. This could indicate the cycle of, or you could be looking to get pregnant. So you're, getting into a routine of, like, tracking your ovulation, etc. And when I say you, I mean, like, when both partners are looking to have a baby, then, like, you're both tracking the cycle of the person with a womb. So that's like a real partner energy. So if you are trying to get pregnant, and because this is definitely a huge, like, birth symbol here. This is happy family, and there really is this burst of energy. This could be really indicating sexual potency. So if you're not looking to get pregnant, be careful and do track what's going on, because there's definitely some heavy child energy coming through. And I'll get one more card for that one also, please, Spirit. Four of Swords. Yeah, so this could be also recovering from an illness too, or from a trauma. So, like, those routines, that delicate energy. And that's why you might not be able to talk to. There might have been trauma that happened within the family that you're not really able to talk about, or, like, just you're not ready for your family to be supportive of that. And that's okay. You don't have to disclose anything to anybody that you don't want to. I highly recommend talking to at least a therapist if you're going through something. But, or really, like, anybody who you can trust, to help you feel safe. But there's definitely some rest needed here. And, you might not look at something that you've gone through as a trauma. You might just be like, oh, I'm just, like, really burnt out, or I'm really tired, or, like, oh, yeah, I pulled that muscle last month, but, like, it's fine. you still need to rest. You need to heal. You need to get over it. A trauma is something that you just haven't worked through yet and haven't healed from. So, you know, whatever is going on, wherever you've been hurt, if it's a small hurt or like a really large, significant hurt that you've been dealing with for years, make sure that you rest, meditate, find safe spaces. Meditation and routine card really work well together as well. So just kind of, you know, and you know, it's like I had a friend who during pandemic, the quarantine, she promised herself every day that she drew a little dot in pencil on her wall, and she promised herself each day that she would touch the dot. And she kept that promise, and because she was able to keep that promise, she was able to keep more and more promises to herself. So that's what I'm talking about with routine. So however you touch the dot, do that, and that will help you move forward into a place of safety where you can really grow safely, you know. And it looks like you have supportive partners, even through some of this conflict. You're both moving in the same direction, essentially, and it's coming from deep within. A lot of emotional happiness and maturity, good communication skills, and you know, a new birth, a new cycle, big cycle at hand. Could be, you know, even marriage or moving in together or another like large move as far as that's concerned. So let's get one more card to bless this reading, and I'll leave you to whatever you're up to next after we get off the horn here. If you haven't liked this video already, I would so appreciate it if you did so. Any interactions very much appreciated. So thank you so much, Libra. And one last card, please, for Libra to bless this reading. Ah, Queen of Cups. Wonderful. Yeah, I'm feeling a lot of like really sweet, sensitive, emotional awareness from you this month, Libra. So that's definitely present. And remember that for the Queen of Cups, all emotions are important. All emotions are held and observed. The cup is the vessel that holds the emotions and the spiritual wealth. And she is sovereign of her realm. So take good care of your emotions. Gaze at them as the beautiful things that they are, even if they seem ugly. It's a rich and beautiful experience to be alive in this earth and feeling things. And take good care of your body so that your vessel is feeling all the feelings as richly as is possible, because there's a lot. Oh, and we didn't look at this card that popped out earlier. Sorry about that. Yeah, the Two of Cups. Oh, yeah. That's awesome. I really do feel like it's a romantic relationship. You do have a good friend here that you may be in conflict with, but you're really, really in accord with a romantic relationship. And there's a lot of beautiful, mature feelings here and a lot you can do together. Just make sure that you're communicating with one another and resting. I suggest a song by Esperanza Spalding called Rest in Pleasure. That's the vibe that I really feel from here. So definitely listen to Esperanza Spalding's Rest in Pleasure, because that vibe, I think, really encapsulates what's going on here, my darlings. I think you have a really blessed and easygoing message here, especially for romantic love. That's great. Wonderful. Thank you again so much for being here and sharing your energy with me. I am very blessed to be here, to be able to read for you. And because you're here, I can be here. So thank you, thank you, thank you so much for being part of my gratitude practice. And I hope I see you again soon. So blessings to you and yours. Hold each other tight. This is an electricity ship. This is power to the people. And I wish you peace.